Hey, what's up, dude? How you doing? So, this is the third one. Um, I think we're doing good. Just overall with this project. Um, I think we both know how much we struggle, trying to really do this, really, you know, what is that? What is that, I don't even know what to call it, it's maybe an energy, maybe it's just you overthinking, the anxiety, the I don't even want to call it motivation because it's not motivation. I know it's something else. I don't even know. But I know we know. We know what it is. We both know that it's something that's not letting us do this because we just we feel like a force, some sort of force just telling us not to do this, telling us not to do the plan that you set up to do this morning. And I think the way I fight it personally, the way we fight it personally, it's just, taking our time. I think slowly taking our time. I mean, compared to the first time, right? The first time was obviously the scariest one, because we still don't know what we're doing, we don't know what this is, but we know that we need it. I feel like I need to say this to myself, like other place than in my head, because in my head it gets overwhelmed by others' thoughts. So I guess, just to give you like a little description, metaphor of, how it goes in the head, right? With your thoughts, right? If your thoughts are, let's call each thought a warrior, right? If it's there's a war going on in your head, right? And each thought is a warrior. You have like 5, 6 good thoughts, 6 good warriors. And then out of nowhere, you just fucking see this wave of hundreds of bad, negative thoughts just over the distance, and you see them and you're just like, how can these 6 good thoughts, overcome all of that? How can they fight? How can they defeat that many negative thoughts? And I think it's just practice, dude. Practicing, and you know what else? Manifesting those, creating. I don't even want to use the word manifest, because I feel like the internet right now is really using the law of attraction, really using the word manifestation in such a spiritual way of looking at it that I think in a logical sense, which is how I'm describing it right now, it's simpler, it's easier because, I had to read the law of attraction just to understand it. And I feel like anything, anything is information. And information is just that until you use that information, whether it's for good or bad. It's useless. It's obviously useless if you don't apply it in your life. So I guess going back to that thought of that, that description, that metaphor I was giving of, the war, and we're going to change the word from manifest to create. So let's create more positive, good thoughts, warriors. How do you do that? Let's start off by adding another one, right? With being grateful you have a bed, dude. You were sleeping in your car, fam. You were sleeping in your car with a knife in your hand because you didn't know if somebody was trying to break in. You didn't know if somebody was going to try to rob you. So you obviously couldn't sleep, but you tried your best. But that's a really good thought to have, that you actually are sleeping in a bed now where you don't have to hold on to a weapon to feel a little safer. And it's counting your blessings like that. Each blessing is a new warrior that's going to fight those negative thoughts. It's the most simple way I can put it, Yeah, everybody's gonna say, that it doesn't work, or it's a platitude. In a sense it is, But it's still a healthier coping mechanism than substances, than bottling in your emotions. So that's how I practice it, And being so cynical, becoming so cynical, I want to change that to becoming, because I wasn't so cynical. I know I wasn't. We weren't. We were able to approach anyone and make a conversation. We were able to really become friends with anyone, and I like to quote this a lot because it makes me feel better in a sense, so I'll just describe it to you guys. And if you haven't seen the movie, you should watch it. It's a good movie. It's a good 80s movie, Ferris Bueller Day Off. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen it, and if you haven't, it's a really good movie to watch. It's a little weird. I'm pretty sure that guy is a psychopathic character, not Matthew Broderick. But the image that he portrayed in his school, that's the way I felt my entire life. The scene goes where, the principal is, complaining, and I don't want to say the word, the B word, to, the secretary, and he's telling her, like, why does everybody like him? Why does nobody see through his facade? What's wrong? I don't get it. He should be hated. He's the worst human being on earth. He's just causing chaos. He's a rebel. He doesn't care about anyone but himself. And it's like, the secretary just tells him, and be like, she starts mentioning all the groups, the emos, the cholos, the valley girls, whatever she says. I don't remember exactly, but she's like, they all like him. And then she says, they all think he's a righteous dude. And I felt like that my entire life. I feel like people can really sense my intentions. I feel like people can really sense that I'm not here but to just bring you happiness and hopefully create a meaningful experience with you. Because I don't know how many meaningful experiences you've had, but I just hope that whatever experience that we had, it was good enough for you to store it in your memory and just see me in that manner. You know, like, he gave me the time of day. He listened to me. He tried to genuinely give me good advice. His compliments are genuine. So I wasn't cynical. I wasn't so negative. I'm trying my best not to cry. It's a little difficult. And maybe you see, you know, like flashing, you know, on the podcast is because I bought these little LEDs to hopefully give me a little bit more light in this room. Because this room is a little dark. And I think the batteries are dying now. I had these little LED lights for a while. I was able to shoot my first film. So sorry about that. But I guess what I wanted to go with me describing that scene is that I wanted to prove myself a point that I truly believe now, which is, yes, having positive thoughts, yes, having positive mentality can only get you so far, right? Can only hold that army of negative thoughts for so long. But I think reading philosophy and reading human nature and understanding human nature, it's just, I believe now that it's so much easier to be self-destructive. It's the easy path, the easiest path to just spiral down and be self-destructive and be negative and be cynical. It's so easy. It's so easy. What's actually really difficult is remaining positive, counting your blessings, and changing your mentality. I think that's the hardest thing. And I think that's what I learned about nihilism, that, you know, it just makes you understand that how evil human nature could be, but you can rise above that. You can truly rise above that and become the Ubermensch, the Superman that you were supposed to become. And you shouldn't see jealousy as envy. You should see it as motivation. Like, I know what that man worked for and gave that and received those blessings, and I want that too. I'm gonna work hard too. And yeah, I really believe that. I really believe that you can really rise above all that, no matter what you went through. I don't want to tell you my sad story. It may come out, little events here and there that I might share with myself, but you know, obviously it's gonna be for you guys, because we already know what we went through, me and myself. But it doesn't matter, because I'm not trying to be a victim. I don't want you to feel bad for me. I see them as scars. I see them as battle scars, and it's like, I process them, and I've realized that my truest nature still hasn't changed. I still try to see the good in everyone. I still believe that everyone could be honest with me, could be straightforward with me just how I am. And I think we have to all do that. And we have to give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I know it's difficult. But you can do it, man. You can really do it. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is regret. I feel like when people say live your life with no regret, it's like that's impossible. Extremely impossible. I feel like you will regret. You have to regret. It's part of human experience. So I feel like the faster you realize that and you truly apply it in your life, I feel like you will have less regrets. Because I feel like you will have this enormous freedom. Sometimes it's a little paralyzing, but you'll have the freedom to live how you want to live. Obviously, I don't want to imply that includes negative or destructive things to do. But you know better. We all know better. We all know better. You will do better. That freedom will make you live better. Will give you happiness. Will give you whatever that you want. Because that's what you want, right? Because that's the life that you're choosing. So, break off from that spirituality. Break off from the manifestation, law of attraction. Because in a sense, yes, it's true. But what's more truer is that you are responsible for your actions. You are you. You are the only one that can change your situation. You are the only one that can better your life. You are the only one that can move your body and take you on a walk, take you to go get ice cream, take you go shopping, take you whatever makes you happy, man. It doesn't matter. It genuinely doesn't matter because it makes you happy. This is your life, dude. Just do it, please. I just want to end it with the battery's dying. I just noticed that on the screen, and I forgot to charge the battery, but at least we still did it. Maybe it's gonna be a minute less. We'll see when the battery dies, but I love you. I love you. I love whoever's listening, and I will love you even more if you become the better version of yourself, because that's what I'm trying to do. I'm creating something bigger than me. When I say that, it hurts because it comes from a place that I don't know where it's coming from, but it starts making me feel really emotional. But it's true. You will see it. Whoever sees this before the whole world sees it, you will see. I want to end it with this, I'm already famous. I'm already famous because anybody that's been in my life, I've impacted them somehow. I've influenced them how. I've showed them that they can be a better version of themselves if they truly take the information I give them. So like I said, I'm already famous because people don't forget who I am every time they meet me. If we truly have a conversation, if we truly try to be vulnerable for each other, I always leave some sort of impact. So I don't care about fame. I just care about becoming a support system for others in whatever way I can. Right now I can't do it financially. I have $50 in my bank account. But I'm gonna get there. And I'm gonna help others. I'm gonna build businesses. It's gonna be for